Hello, my name is Tracy Alden of Art Resurrected, and today I'm going to be doing an unboxing and tutorial with my February Magical Mystery Bead Box from Jesse James Beads. I'm a longtime fan and a longtime subscriber of the Magical Mystery Bead Boxes, but each month it's always different. The theme changes, and you never really know what you're going to get. So let's get to it. And here we go. Oh, fly away with me. Bermuda, Fiji, Kauai. Oh. Okay. Oh, well. Okay, so we have to go ahead and start pulling these out. So there's this beautiful shell Fiji pendant set, abalone shell set, Cancun bead set, Bermuda. Oh, this is great. Bali. Oh my goodness. Yes, that is too great. Oh, leather cord. Ooh. Sea beads. Yay. Just around the river bend. Oh, I love these colors. And Kauai. Oh, I love that. And more chain reaction. Oh, that's one of the things that you always can look forward to. There's always going to be some selection chain reaction in the box. This one is more of the leather, and this one was in lawn, and this one's in coconut. These are great. So what I'm going to do is I really like the leather pieces and the chain reaction. But if I'm going to do an impromptu design here, I'm going to have to look and see what we've got. So, okay, we saw the Bermuda set, the Escape to Fiji, the Cancun, just around the river bend, Kauai, Bali, leather cord. Oh, it's 2 meters, even better, of the leather. So that is really good. And the abalone shell set and the chain reaction. So, I don't know. There's just so much to choose here from to make a piece with. This is really, really nice. I love the color palette. This greens and blues and pinks. This is very spring. I love this. I do like the green. I really do like the green one. Well, we could go with the Bali and the Kauai, or we can do Bermuda and the abalone and the Fiji. Well, you know what? I need to open some of these up. I just have to see what's in here. Okay, these are actually quite large. And let's get my scissors. Be careful. Oh, these are gorgeous. Oh, wow. Oh, my goodness. Okay. I have to do something with that one right there. That one right there has got me. I'm like, I like this one. This is very nice. Don't get me wrong. But the colors on that alone have got me just hooked. So, alrighty. Let's see. Now, we do have the chain reaction here, which could make a very, very quick necklace. But I really do think I'm going to go ahead and try something a little different. The shell pieces are nice, but I'm looking at the color palettes. I'm seeing the turquoise. There's a little bit of yellow. There's a little bit of orange. I'm going to go ahead. Let's see. Is there anything in here that's going to be matching? It's more of a turquoisey, sort of ocean blue. The turtles are very, very nice. And so are the elephants. I love those. Oh, and there's some gorgeous, gorgeous leaves, which, by the way, I think they match. Yep, they do match that one. So, I think what I'm going to do, though, open this up. Get to watch me struggle with opening up the tape, which is great though. The tape that's on the different little bead bins like this that come from Jesse James Beads, you know when the tape's on there, it's going to be sealed shut and it's not going to be all over your package or falling out of your package in the mail or shipping department. So that's the plus side. I am going to go ahead though and just make it easier for me and just cut the edge open for time here. Oh, those are so pretty. Oh my goodness. Ooh, those gold leaves are just gorgeous. The involvement of, or I should say, the inclusion of leaves in this one are just stunning. I love all the leaf elements. Now those look very, very gorgeous. I think those are going to be earrings to this one. Let's see, there is some orange. That is a matching orange. Now we can go with clear or solid. Let's see how many pieces we've got here. Da-da-da. Those are pretty. See, you know, it's like when you see all these different colors, you're like, wait a minute, which one? Which one? You're like a magpie with shinies. Like there's too many to choose from. But we're going to choose. We are going to choose. So I am going to, you know, both the clears and the solids, there's actually quite a few. I'm so surprised how many of these crystals. I've noticed that the Magical Mystery bead boxes are getting more and more beads and more selection. There's a lot more crystals. Sometimes there's check pieces, semi-precious. If they have semi-precious, you know it's probably going to be from Dakota Stones. If they have any beading wire, it's going to be Softlex. Some bindings that might be from Beadalon or Tiara Cast. Gosh, there is just so many. So you get to watch me sort quickly, frantically for beads. Ooh, I do like these. These look like little bits of citrine. Isn't that just lovely? Well, I do like them. I think they would get lost with this design. And I think these yellows might be, for my taste, not quite what I'm looking for with this mixture. What I'm trying to pull out in colors. So, okay, I've got both the opaque now. Let me see what I got. These are a little on the lime tone. And there is also some crystal. It's a lovely color, but I think for this project, I'm not going to go with them. Now that is kind of going a little on the blue-green side. And I do like it. Yeah. I keep on looking at these. You know, it's like you found something that you love when you keep on going back to it. Okay, so let's get another tray out. And let's see here. This is the Bermuda. There's some wood, there's some crystal. Ooh, the polymer clay ones are really nice. Oh, some lovely metal charms. Are they silver or are they gold? Sometimes they'll be, like if you get some of the antique silvers or bright silvers, they can blend in. Yeah, they're actually kind of on the bright gold, like a pale gold. And then some of the silvers. Oh gosh, I love that bead. That is really nice. Oh, those are good ones. Gosh, I love these colors. I'm not too sure what type of metal I want to go with this, because I'll be honest, it's a wonderful bright color palette that could easily go with gold or silver. That's one of those things that makes it kind of fun. Oh my goodness, look at these turtles. Oh, I love those turtles. Those are too cute. Oh my goodness, I think I might have to just do a pair of earrings for myself with those turtles. That or a bracelet. Either or. Oh my gosh, I love those. Oh, they're starfish. Or, okay, one of the metal starfish, one of, I'm actually not sure what type of material this is. Is it? It could be resin or acrylic of some sort. It's like halite or manganite. Oh, there's some nice crystals. Ooh. Lovely colors. In fact, in several different shapes, because there is large rondelles. Oh, and several colors. So, okay. You've got large rondelles in sort of a deep blue, like a turquoise, like an intense, like a deep turquoise. Yep, there's 4 of them. And then there's these light ones. They're very nice. So almost like shallow water, deep water. Some wonderful drops again. Some of these lovely sort of like a turquoise. I would almost call it a turquoise. But lighter than AB finish, but it's a crystal. Then there's some shell. Rounds, it looks like. Yeah. Actually, there's several different styles of shell. So, okay, you've got the sort of like smaller sized shell here. Then you've got the larger sized shell in these pieces that have almost like a little bit of a green highlight on them. And I think these are also shell. These little tiny ones. They're either shell or glass. No, I actually think they're shell. They've got a reflection going on in them. Oh, here's another one. I do love these starfish. Those starfish are just great. I love the colors on these. So what I'll do, because I do want to separate some of the beads that I would like to use. So, oopsie. There's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, now I do like these shell components, but I'm almost wondering, I think I'm not going to use the big ones on this project. I mean, mind you, with all the stuff you see here, I can easily bead for days. Let me just see. Not liking those as much for this project. So I definitely like these little guys. I think we can definitely use these guys. So I'm looking at this and wondering if I want to go with the dark or go with the slightly lighter color. Oh, and I did want to check out and see what are the metal components in here. It looks like antique gold or brass and copper. Oh goodness, I just probably, yeah, I just have to open this up. Just check it out. Whether or not I'm using it doesn't matter. Too pretty not to take a gander. Oh, these are so pretty. Oh my goodness, look at those leaves. Oh, those leaves are too much. Oh, I love that. Oh my goodness, this shine, this shimmer. Ugh. The colors on this are just stunning. I love this. Now, is this a dark black or? Yeah, I think it is actually black. From there, I was like wondering if it was a dark green. Let's see, where is the, oh, the hole goes that way. Oh, these are just too pretty. Lovely, lovely colors. The green, oh my goodness, I definitely have to do a project in green. That is for sure. Look at that bead cap. Oh my goodness, that is just stunning. Oh, that is a new bead cap. I have not seen that before. That is really nice. Oh, I love that. A lot of sparkle. Okay, so now that we've got some nice little black beads to be interesting spacers, because we're trying to pick up the colors that we see here. I narrowed down my selection of beads for my project. I am using my Escape to Fiji pendant, well, one of the two. The color palette is what I'm basing all of my selection of beads off of. And I've gone ahead, picked the black crystals from the Kauai set, the blue and shell beads from the Bermuda set, the orange beads from the Cancun set, and I've got a chain reaction of the golden turquoise. I'm also using some Bead-A-Lon memory wire. This is the necklace size. I also have it in the small wrist size, but I'm going to be using it for earrings, not a bracelet. Some 4mm jump rings I got right there. Oops. And a lobster claw. A 6mm jump ring, just one. And some earring wires. And of course then my standard tools like chain nose pliers, bail making pliers, and some memory wire cutters. So first off, we're going to go ahead and put a jump ring on our pendant. And this is so that it can be strung onto the memory wire with a minimal amount of fuss. You could use a bail if you would like. I'm using a jump ring only because of the fact that the pattern is been adhered to the surface, and it has a tendency sometimes with a lot of abrasion to scrape off. So this way, by having a small jump ring at the top, it's a minimal piece of metal. There's not a whole lot of metal that might actually scrape the surface. because I'm not exactly sure how much memory wire I need for my project, I'm actually going to go ahead and just string my beads onto the memory wire without trimming it just yet. As long as you have enough memory wire, you can actually just go ahead and do that. It's going to be no issue. It's not going to slide off. If you need to, go ahead and put like a bead stopper, maybe, you know, half a loop away if you need to. But most of the time they'll just kind of stick on there because you're not overloading it with too many beads. And I do love this color assortment. It's definitely something I wouldn't have picked on my own, but I love the fact that the Magical Mystery Bead Boxes force me to go out of my comfort zone when it comes to color palettes. And I will say most of the time, the Magical Mystery Bead Boxes are using some of the Pantone colors of the year. So you never have to worry about it. Like, is it in trend? Yeah, it's going to be one way or another. And the themes always make it fun and entertaining. So this gives you an idea of like where we're going. And you can see I'm doing the shell bead, the blue bead, the midnight black bead, then the orange, and then repeating that pattern of color arrangement. And then these two shell beads are actually kind of sandwiching together and holding in place the pendant. So it's not going to slide all over the place. And I love these colors. They are so reminiscent of being on vacation at a wonderful tropical escape, blue waters, crystal clear midnight sky with twinkling stars, tropical drinks and fresh fruit. And you can just imagine the sound of ocean waves crashing against the shoreline and just the breezes going through the palm trees and maybe hearing some wildlife in the distance. That really sounds like a nice vacation. I might have a stay vacation on my porch in the backyard and wear a nice spring dress and end up wearing this finished jewelry set. Relax and have a nice tropical drink. So, okay, we got that strung up that quickly. Get your bail making pliers. You're going to go ahead and carefully roll that backwards. We got a nice loop going there. If anytime you find it that you have to fidget it a little, move it around, just carefully use your chain nose pliers and you're good to go. So, okay. Now we don't want to cut the wire. Oops, I'm almost losing a bead there. You don't want to cut the wire super tight because what will happen is the beads will start grating against each other and potentially chip or break, and you don't want that happening. So having a little bit of excess wire when you trim is not a bad thing. So we're going to go ahead and take a good call on approximate. If we have a little extra wire, that's okay. It's better to have to trim wire off than have to need more wire and it's just not there anymore. So once again, we're going to carefully grab the wire and roll it backwards. And actually having a little bit of excess wire is not a bad thing because that means that the beads will kind of wiggle ever so slightly, which the little bit of give is never a bad thing. Same thing when you're using any beading wire. Having a little bit of give, not bad at all. It means that your beads are going to have a little bit of free movement. So you've got all of your main beads there. I already took off the tag off my chain reaction, but now we're going to take off this little split ring that keeps it together. And sometimes you can just snip it off, or like I actually just slide these off because sometimes I can use the split rings for other projects. Now what we want is to actually have the crystals connecting right there. So what we're going to have to do is trim off this piece of chain reaction, but we're not We're never throwing away chain reaction. These pieces always get used for other projects. So what we do is we trim it right there at that little soldered jump ring. Sometimes there's an open jump ring, but most of the time they're soldered. You never want to cut your link. You never want to cut your chain piece. Just that tiny little jump ring right there. And now this can be used for other projects. Now, if you're wondering why I cut one of these pieces off right here with an actual crystal still attached, is I don't want the necklace too long. If it's too long, then it drapes down. Now, if you like the necklace being long, that's perfectly valid. Go ahead and do that. But because I want to have this so that, like, if you're wearing a caftan or a nice summer tunic, something like that, that you can still see it. Once again, we're cutting that little solder jump ring, but we're leaving the rest of the chain good. There we are, right there. And we are going to get our chain nose pliers and open up some jump rings here. So go ahead, open that up, hook it on. And I use so much chain reaction in different projects for all the beads I get from Jesse James Beads. You never have a piece that goes to waste. I can easily use these pieces for earrings, portions of a bracelet, so never throw those away. They are so useful. You can even make necklaces out of bits and pieces of chain reaction, making this wonderful bohemian mixture of chain. So let's go ahead. We've attached the other piece. And now it's time for our lobster claw. We need 2 little jump rings. I swear I buy gross of jump rings. I am a jump ring fanatic. I use these all the time, whether it's for chain, wire wrapping. Sometimes I swear that I run out of jump rings before I do wire, but no, I'm pretty much running out of both around the same time. And I love using jump rings on different elements because sometimes something swings or has just a little bit more flexibility because of a jump ring. And a lot of times it works out really nice. And for the 4mm jump rings actually work really well going through those tiny, tiny holes you see here in the chain reaction. If you use any larger gauges and larger size jump rings, it'll be too much. So I think this is like 21 gauge 4mm jump rings. And our necklace is done already that quickly. So now onto the earrings. Now this time we're not working on the spool of wire, or in this case a little bit. I've been using a lot of memory wire recently. We're going to go ahead and cut an entire link. And what I mean by link, or it's an entire circle, so it's, you'll see it right here. That's how much we cut. We're going to cut another one for our second earring. There we go. And once again, bail making pliers. We're going to go ahead and finish one side off. And we've got that one done right there. And we do it with the next one. If you ever notice it's a little wonky or a little off, you just fiddle with it with a pair of chain nose and you're good. And you always run your fingers over it. If you feel anything kind of jagged or moved off a little to the side, you can just fix that too. The memory wire is very, very strong, so it can handle a lot of abuse. You just don't want to warp the circular pattern. Okay. So first one is one of those tiny little shell beads one of those beautiful little orange ones. This is one of the black galaxy beads. One of the wonderful ocean blues. Another tiny shell bead. These stunning black drops. I love those. I've gotten those in some of the other Jessie Jane beads assortments, and I covet them. It's like those boho beads, and I think the charms. For me, a lot of times the charms, if there's some charm that is just stunning or just, I love it, like in the Bermuda mix, I do love that turtle. That turtle's too much. Okay, back to the earring. So now that we've got everything strung on there, we're going to go ahead and roll it back. Oh, helps if I hold on to it. Once again, if you need to fidget with it. And we get our next wire. Do the same thing. Shell bead, orange crystal, galaxy bead, beautiful ocean blue, another little shell bead. Oops. It is just running away. That's why I had them in that bead container lid, because otherwise they are just roaming across my work surface. And I can't use beads that have decided to go wandering. But I think anyone who ever beads will find beads have wandered somewhere around the room. A pet has taken them. You have accidentally left a seed bead in your shirt, something like that. It's one of those things, you can't help it. Okay, and we got 2 extra beads that we can easily use for another project. I'll put that with the rest of the mix. We once again roll this over. Make sure that I do that a little more snug. And now we get our jump rings out. We need 3 for each earring. And we attach 1 to each loop that we've already made. Sometimes you have to find where this opening is on your jump ring. And there's our next one. And now you want to catch both the jump rings that you've got right there. And carefully, because it's got a little bit of tension now that you're reclosing your memory wire. So now you're doing that, there's a little bit of tension, and now you can close it right there. Now, different earring wires will attach in different ways, but in this case, this one just sort of slides on through. Make sure the wire's upright, and then you gently squeeze it shut. There's quite a few companies that carry these type of earring wires. I think Softflex is one of them. In fact, I think this is probably one of the earring wires from Softflex. Neela has a wonderful such assortment of supplies, and I always end up from a kit having extra. So there's your first earring. Quickly get the other one done, and we'll have a jewelry set ready to go. Jump ring. second jump ring, and then our final jump ring. Lace it through. Oh, the little jump ring's trying to run away. Put our earring wire through the center jump ring. Oh, that one's not. That one's already kind of slightly squeezed out. Oh, there it is. Open it up. And we're done. We've got 2 earrings and a beautiful necklace. And we still have all of these supplies left to make more beautiful jewelry. We still have the leather cord. We still have all these pendants and all these beautiful supplies. I am a big fan of this month's Magical Mystery Bead Box. Not only is it a wonderful mental vacation for me, but this color palette is amazing. It's going outside my boundaries, and I'm having fun. You would say I'm having a bit of a vacation. So, well, I hope you all stay safe. Happy crafting,